Well, we've heard about boomers spending their kids' inheritance to live the high life in retirement. Now, a new report has revealed that many Aussie retirees aren't spending enough. Now, there's a bold new proposal to help them make a rain.
Too much of this and not enough of this.
Money, money, money.
Aussie seniors missing out on the good life with a new report claiming retirees aren't enjoying enough of their hard-earned nest eggs because they find navigating our super system too complex.
Superannuation is extremely difficult to deal with. For most of us, it's a mystery. For most of us have no idea what goes on in super or how it operates.
Around half left with 65% of their super balance unspent by the age of 92.
What we do find is that people are either ill-advised, they don't know that they could be actually drawing down more than the minimums available to them. But there's also a great wealth transfer underway and people thinking, well, I've got to help future generations.
Now, the Grattan Institute wants the government to intervene by encouraging retirees to invest 80% of their super balance above $250,000 to buy what's called a lifetime annuity, which pays a fixed income.
Think of it as an income stream where you will purchase this annuity to be guaranteed this particular sum for a defined period, be it to an age that you set or till death, basically. So this is giving you guaranteed income for a duration period.
But experts say it's not a silver bullet.
There are pros and cons with doing this. Some people like the stability that this brings, but on the flip side of things, there are different things that you might not be able to do with an annuity product. You might not be able to get out a lump sum at the time of death to benefit people in your family, so to speak. So there are limitations that people need to be made aware of.
So is this a viable solution to simplify how we spend our super, or a matter of mo money, mo problems for Aussie retirees?
Let's talk to Brendan Coates. He's the man behind the idea, the Economic Security Program Director at the Grattan Institute, which is the think tank, of course, that offered this. Brendan, let's just try to figure out what problem we're trying to solve here first. Why is it a problem that there's all this unspent super?
Well, the issue is not so much just that there's unspent super, Waleed, it's also that people are stressed. So if the purpose of retirement is to give people a more comfortable and stress-free life, we're failing that when it comes to retirees. 4 in 5 find the system really complicated to navigate. 3 in 5 say they're going to be financially stressed in retirement. So really, having given people access to a bunch of savings by forcing them to save for their retirement, we're leaving them on their own to try to manage a really complex decision. And that is, how long are you going to live? How do you plan and spend down your retirement savings when there's that much uncertainty that you're really dealing with?
Brendan, I don't need you to tell me how to spend my super quite clearly. I can work that out myself. And all the feedback today has been, tell these people to keep their hands off my money. I'll do with it what I like. Okay, that out of the way.
Good to see you too, Pricey.
That's the slap. Now comes the query. A lifetime.
Sorry, you slapped before the query.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
100%, Waleed. Lifetime annuity schemes, you can get them all over the joint. I mean, there's product out there from all sorts of super funds selling you an annuity scheme. Why do you need government involvement? That's what scares people.
If we're going to guide people into something different and we think an annuity is the right approach, then who's best placed to offer that? So with an annuity, the one key issue is that once you're in, you can't get out because you're pulling people's savings in order to pay the money that goes to those that live longer than average life expectancy. And so there's a big risk that you end up in a bad deal if you go with a private provider. And that risk can be alleviated or ameliorated if the government basically stands behind it and offers it. This is basically giving people the option. The recommendation would be to take up the annuity from government, but no one is forced to do anything with their superannuation savings. It's their money. But what we'd expect is that quite a lot of people would find that that's helpful because around the world, this is how a lot of countries solve this problem. You get to retirement, you don't know how long you're going to live. Government offers you or strongly encourages you to take out an income that will last the rest of your life. Australia is a real outlier here in forcing people to essentially make this decision on their own.
Gee, I'm going to ring Qantas and buy 10 round the world tickets tomorrow. No. I might as well just spend it.
Could I have one?
No.
Bottom line with this, though, it would mean that some people get more out of their super than they put in, and it would mean other people get far less than they had. Isn't that an unavoidable sort of feature of this kind of policy?
Well, that's right. If you want to be confident that you'll have the money if you're lucky enough to live longer, then it means that, yes, you don't get to use it all if you pass away earlier. If you want to be insured against the risk that to make sure you don't run out of money, then that is the consequence. It's not going to be for everyone, but certainly the state of affairs we have at the moment where people are stressed and they're holding on to their super because they're worried about how long they're going to live is not a state of affairs we want to see continue.
It's a fascinating idea, Brendan. I have a sneaky suspicion Steve didn't buy it, but I'll check in the break just to be sure. In the meantime, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.